Hi friends, I'm Jen with the Budget Bounce, and today we're going to be talking about planning for the holidays. Here, we're so glad to have you, and if you're a returning subscriber, we're really glad that you came back. Thanks so much to all of you for watching. We are living life on a budget and fighting our way through a mountain of stupid debt that we've accumulated over the years. We talk about personal finance following Dave Ramsey's baby steps on this channel, along with some life things. And if that's something that you're interested in, then stick around and have a watch and hit that subscribe button down below. And don't forget to hit the bell next to it so you'll get notified every time we upload a new video, which is currently every Wednesday. Before I get started, I need to give a couple of shout outs today. First of all, in my May budget report video, I talked about how we had just paid our annual Amazon Prime subscription and that I was resetting the sinking fund to put a monthly amount in for the next 12 months for next May's subscription renewal. And thank you to Ashley D for giving me the heads up that Amazon is increasing their Prime subscription by $20 effective this month, June 2018. So with that, I would have come up $20 short at the end of the year. So thank you so much for that heads up, and I'll be making sure to make that adjustment for our June budget. Secondly, I want to send a very special shout out to Mississippi Mom 2, who was our 100th subscriber. Yeah, we hit that mark last week, and we are just really excited to have her here along with everybody who came before her. Thank you all so much for watching, and we hope that you'll stick around to share in the journey with us. Well, it's June, so let's talk about the holidays. So why are we talking about the holidays in June, you're probably wondering? Well, let me just tell you. It's because there are a lot of additional expenses with the holidays. Gifts, dining out, cards, postage, and additional groceries, just to name a few. It's typically a very hectic time of year. So if you add financial stress to the list, the holidays can become a chore that creates stress and anxiety rather than a season of joy and giving. Since we give every dollar a name with a zero-based budget and are not taking on any additional debt, then planning well ahead for the holiday season is the way that we can be successful this year. Let me start by sharing that I am not a fanatic about the holidays. I'm the one who would rather not hear any holiday music until after Thanksgiving. The turkey needs to get his day. I don't have very much in the way of holiday themed clothing. Or jewelry, and I don't own any Christmas sweaters, ugly or otherwise. And because I'm not a shopper, I don't enjoy all the shopping that comes with the holiday season. I don't go out for Black Friday, period. But I am all about Cyber Monday. Here's what I do love about the holidays. I love that I have the week of Thanksgiving off every year. I love to decorate the house, put up the tree, hang the wreaths on the doors, decorate our living space and our dining area. I like when Matt and Henry put all of the outdoor decorations up during the week of Thanksgiving. I love when we get to turn it on the day after Thanksgiving, or actually I think Thanksgiving night is when we turn it on. I love an event that we call Baking Weekend. It's a tradition that my mom and I started in 2003, and we have done it every year since. When they actually renovated their house back in 2007, my mom actually designed her kitchen with Baking Weekend in mind, which makes it even better now because we have an amazing space to do it. What it is we bake cookies and we make candies, and then we prepare them in packages to give to friends, family, coworkers. My mom uses them at their church a lot, and we save them for that event in February too. I love Christmas morning after Santa has come to visit. No matter where we are, it's one of my favorite times. And I love having Christmas in February with my sister's family. We do that because it's too difficult for all of us to get together on Christmas. So instead, we have just made it a tradition that we meet after Christmas, and because of the kids' schedules and everything as they've gotten older, it takes until February to find a weekend to be able to get together. So Christmas in February is a fun thing. And when the kids were younger, they really liked it because they got a second Christmas. Now it's a second Christmas, but it's just not the same wonder and joy of when you're a small child and all the things that come with being young and innocent. So the other thing is I just enjoy getting to spend time with my family, and things like, of course, the Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners and the baking weekend and our Christmas in February with my sister, all of those things. Plus there are just more things. There's just a lot more camaraderie during that time of year. So I just really enjoy it. I look forward to that aspect of it. All of these things cost money. Typically more money than most people have on hand without some planning, and we certainly are no exception to that. That's why we set aside $50 per month in a sinking fund for Christmas gifts, but that's not enough. Our expenses at the holidays will, with all taken into consideration, are more than $1,000 each year. I am lucky enough to work for a company that gives me a generous year-end bonus in December each year. So that's what we use to make up the difference. And this is the first time I've ever really truly saved any money during the year. We usually solely depend on that bonus to do all of our Christmas shopping the week before Christmas because we don't get it until about a week before Christmas. Notice that I gave you a vague number, quote unquote, more than $1,000. The reason for that is because I honestly do not know how much we actually spend. So this year is going to be different. Taking the lead from Jaimie over at Becoming Housewife, I have created a spreadsheet that I'm going to share with you guys that will track how much we spend on the holidays this year. Because we all know there are more expenses to this whole thing than just buying gifts for everybody. I've put a link below to Jaimie's video from her Christmas 2017 budget, so make sure that you check it out when you get done here. Okay, so here is the 2018 holiday budget template that I have created. And what you see here at the top is several column headings. Who is obviously who it's for. If I'm buying gifts, who is the gift for? The category is going to be to represent differences between family, work, friends, church, things like that. The budget column is going to be where I'll put in what we plan on spending for each person. And then the item will be listed here in detail. So if I buy more than one thing for Henry, he's going to end up having, for this tree item, he's going to end up having 2 or 3 or 4 lines here so that I can see each one. The item will be listed along with the vendor or the location where I purchased it from, and then the price that we actually paid for whichever items are listed. So the destination is really to kind of help me with, and I thought this was a great idea. Jaimie had this in her spreadsheet, and it really helps with identifying, well, when are we going to need to be doing this? So tree and stocking, those are Christmas morning, but work, that's going to be before Christmas. And then our Christmas in February is not until February. So we have time to space this out a little bit. So right now, this is all the people that I have on the list. I have each of our immediate family listed twice because they'll each get something under the tree and something in their stocking. And then, of course, my parents and my sister's family. And then for work, I am in management. And so this actually is like a 25% increase over what my total budget would likely be for all of these people. And it's because there's just an expectation that I have set that I want my people to know that I truly appreciate them. And that comes out of my own pocket. And so I spend about $300 a year on my team and a gift for my boss. So if we scroll down here, what you can see next is a section called Other Holiday Activities. So again, this is something that Jaimie called out that I never thought about doing this, but I sat down and thought about what are the things that we spend money on in the holidays. Well, holiday pictures. So we don't typically do that, but I imagine, Nikayla will be a year old in November this year, and I would really like to get some photos taken with her, and so and her mom and dad and everything. So we plan on doing that this year. Of course, there's decorations and gift wrapping supplies, but here's the really cool thing about that. That's actually for the for after Christmas. I don't actually buy any of this stuff before Christmas. I always go shopping first thing in the morning on December 26th to get decorations and gift wrapping supplies for the next year, including I'll identify things that I can use for regular gifts throughout the year. And then, of course, there's Thanksgiving and Christmas dinners. They're both listed here. And that's for groceries. So, or some other expense related to food typically. So whether I'm hosting it or my mom is hosting or we go out, this costs money. It's for the food. And so we always have extra grocery expense. Travel expenses, this is actually because none of our family lives where we live. The closest are my parents, and they're 60 miles away. So that's 120 miles round trip. That's assuming we don't go anywhere when we get down there. So that for sure is going to be at least 6 gallons of gas. And that costs money. When you're knocking on $3 a gallon right now, you know, that's $18 we have to pay for gas that I may not have budgeted if I hadn't thought of it here. And so that's my folks. Matt's family actually is over 200 miles away, and my sister is 140 miles away. So we have gas expenses and sometimes hotel as well when we are not hosting. So the next item is holiday cards. So again, we do plan on doing that this year. And I will give credit to Jaimie again that she actually pointed out in her video about her 2017 budget, after she did some research last year and figured out that she could have saved about 45% on printing holiday cards if she had done them in October rather than in November or December when she actually did them. So I am definitely going to be using that information and getting ours printed up earlier rather than later this year. The next thing is baking weekend, and this one is probably the most expensive thing that we do every single year. With Thanksgiving and Christmas, I might host one of those, but I've gone 2 and 3 years and not hosted either of those. So baking weekend, though, while we go to my parents for that, this one involves groceries and purchasing supplies for the distribution of the goodies. So I do try again on the day after Christmas to keep that in mind, and I have stocked up and we will not have to buy anything for distribution this year. But this is not stuff that you want to be buying well in advance. Well, a lot of it, you know, flour and sugar and stuff, you know, those types of things are, I guess, non-perishables. I just would rather buy fresh ingredients and bake with fresh ingredients because I just think it makes a big difference when you're baking. Of course, I don't have any numbers built in here at all right now. There's just formulas in here. And all in all, I expect that our total cost may reach $1,200 to $1,500 for everything that you see on this list. But I'm honestly not going to know until we get through this first season of me truly tracking our expenses. One of the things I plan to do to try to control costs now that I'm way ahead of the game, it's 6 months ahead of the game, is to be keeping an eye on deals, making my plans for what I'd like to do for gifts and stocking stuffers well in advance so that I can just be looking for things when I'm out and about anyway, and hopefully finding deals that are available. So one of the things, oh yeah, and shopping at Dollar Tree. So I have never shopped at Dollar Tree for the holidays, and so I'm thinking that might be a good place to find some things for stocking stuffers, and especially for Nikayla. She's so little, and you know, trying to find things just to that'll make us happy, really, because at a year old, she's not going to know any different anyhow. But the other thing is, I always get gift cards for my team, and I get them at Sam's Club, where you typically can get a couple of bucks off of each card. So when you have to buy 4 or 5 of those, you know, you can save $10, or the vice versa of that is you'll pay full price for the cards, but then they'll throw in a $10 or $15 or $20 bonus card that then my family can use, or I can use that for another gift if something should come up unexpectedly. So it just depends on the type of card that I end up buying. Typically, I get them something that is like a restaurant. Last year, I split it up, and I think I got them each a $25 card to a restaurant and a $25 card to the movie theater. And so they were able to have a night out. And it's funny because my boss ended up getting everybody on the team that as well. So I report to the VP of HR, and so she bought something for everybody, and she did the same thing. We did not talk at all, and so I ended up getting that the same for my family. So it was really nice. Matt and Henry and I went out to a movie and out to dinner, and it's just a nice treat when things are so hectic to be able to do something fun like that together. So that is our 2018 holiday budget template. I will be filling it in as we get closer and I think a little bit more about this. I'm probably going to be spending less this year than we have on each person, and that's the part. I plugged in numbers that I thought we typically spend that we usually have as a guide, and just kind of in our minds, and it was way too much money. Like, I did have numbers in this budget column all the way down, and it was way too much. So I need to be thinking about this. I really have no idea until the time comes, but I can make plans for these things anyway for my family. I have some wiggle room here. So we'll see what we can come up with. So that is the 2018 holiday budget template that we're going to be using this year. The bottom line is that the holidays come every year regardless, and with them come additional expenses that lie outside of our month-to-month everyday budget line items. So if you're a person who family who doesn't have an extra few $100s available during the short few weeks that is the holiday season, then planning is your best friend. So take some time to think about what you will spend this upcoming holiday season and get a line item into your budget for a sinking fund so you can enjoy your holidays and all the things that come with them. I would love to hear from you guys about how you plan financially for the holidays, so please comment below to share your ideas and thoughts on how to start planning for this holiday season. That's all I've got for you for this time. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to click that subscribe button down below and make sure to hit that bell so that you'll get notifications when we upload our videos every week. I'm Jen, and I'm a wife, a stepmom, a human resources manager, and a grandma, also known as Lala. We have our 16 and 21-year-old kiddos living with us, along with our daughter's fiance and their daughter, our 7-month-old granddaughter. We are learning to live life on a budget and walking through Dave Ramsey's baby steps. We are currently on baby step 2, and we are so glad that you are here to walk through this journey with us and really appreciate all of you being our accountability partners. We hope that in turn we can provide some hope and guidance to anyone out there who might need it. So until next time.